All right, folks. Market momentum has gone vertical. Usually that's a bad thing. Shana Sissel here on whether you should continue to ride the wave or hop off before it's too late. So there was an article on FT yesterday about the momentum trade. They say it's gone vertical. On Wall Street, though, they call this kind of a move when it goes straight up like this. They call it going parabolic. Now, it was a cautionary piece that reminded investors that these things, when they go up and they hit a certain point, they fizzle like a Roman candle and disappear, right? Then the reversal can be really harsh. They pointed to 2009, where you had a 73% drawdown. 1932, it was 90%. We've had some smaller ones since then. But here's the thing. If we look a little bit further out, look where the momentum trade is coming from. I mean, you can actually argue back here in 2000, it's actually still maybe some long-term charters may say it may be on the verge of breaking out. So should you be selling it here? Maybe you should be buying it right here. Want to bring in right now one of our favorite guests in these kind of things, Banríon Capital Management CEO, Shana Sissel. Shana, I mean, so there's a dilemma. Do you ride this wave or do you get off?
I'm riding this wave. I think that this was a chart victim kind of thing. As you just pointed out, if you have the shorter chart, it looks really scary. But then when you blow it out like you just did, look at 2009. Look how much higher the momentum number is versus where it is today. I think we have a lot of room left to run. The economy is growing really well. There's no reason for anyone to believe right now, at least in my opinion, that we can't go higher.
Right. And by the way, we're going to share with the audience some of the positives that you see for the momentum trade. You just talked about the equity performance. Been very strong, extremely strong. You know, Newton's first law, an object in motion, takes a lot to change it, right? Earnings, you say, have been a key driver of returns, and I suspect you think earnings are going to actually get better as the year goes on, right?
I do. As a matter of fact, you know, if you think about what Powell's comments were yesterday, he did indicate that he does not see a rate cut in the future, which is an indication that the economy is doing really well, right? Because if it wasn't, if there was any sign whatsoever that things were starting to weaken, I guarantee you the Fed would cut. They're looking for an excuse to cut. They don't have one. And the reason why they don't have one is because we're doing so well. Earnings have been very strong. The consumer sentiment has been, you know, very good. And so all of these things have been quite positive. People have jobs. They're spending money. Companies have been preparing for the recession that never came for the better part of 2 years. So their balance sheets are strong. And there's no reason to believe that this momentum cannot continue, at least not through the end of the year. You know, if you think about it, if a recession is going to come in 2024, we'll see signs of it between now and June. So, if we don't, there's no chance of a recession in 2024. I've
got some symbols here, some stocks here. I've got a minute to go, so we won't have time to go over all of them. For the folks listening on radio, though, it's FANG, NVIDIA, Vertex Pharmaceutical, NVS, and Marvel. So let me just narrow it down to two. FANG, is this because you want exposure to the oil breaking out?
I do. And FANG is a particularly interesting name. They do really well. They can get really good margins at very low prices for oil, unlike some of their competitors. They have a lot of opportunity for exploration, and they have done a really good job with acquisition. They're trading at a very low multiple with a great dividend, so that's a stock I really like.
Vertex Pharmaceutical, this is a name that comes on my screen all the time. It's a very volatile name. I know a lot of people make money in it, but I don't know what they do.
So they have a really great cystic fibrosis group of drugs. They really don't have any competitors in that space, and it's really growing. So, you know, they have some really great drugs in that space, some good oncology drugs, but it's really their cystic fibrosis drugs that really drive their earnings. Right. And they don't have competitors in that space. It's a biotech company, hence the volatility, but it does have kind of a stranglehold in that market.
All right, and again, Novartis is another one, and Marvel. Hey, Shana, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Love when we get those strong answers. No equivocation there. Talk to you again soon. All right, folks, I want to